numerical first and then we'll hello friends. Today we are going to take fourth order Runge-Kutta method to solve a differential equation. So here we are going to take one numerical based on the electrical application. So I'll take the numerical first and then we'll solve it and then we'll go for a Python coding. Okay. So in fourth order Runge-Kutta method, we have to find out K1, K2, K3, K4, four constants, and then we can find out the function. Okay. And this is one of the iterative method through which we can solve the differential equation. So we have electrical application which we are going to consider. So see the numerical. Here the circuit is given wherein there is a capacitor and a resistor and one switch. So at t equal to 0, just before the switch is closed, Vc equal to 100 volts. So before switch closing, t equal to minus 0. Okay. So before closing, the capacitor is fully charged to 100 volt. So voltage across the capacitor is 100 volt. This is given. We are interested to find out the current and the charge at time equal to 10 milliseconds. So we have to find it out the charge and the current at time equal to 10 milliseconds using fourth order Runge-Kutta method. Okay. So when the switch is closed, then after 10 milliseconds, what will be the current flowing in the circuit and what will be the charge on the capacitor? This we are interested to find out. So let us solve the numerical. So see here. Okay, so we are considering that the switch is closed at t equal to 0. Okay, so capacitor will start discharging through this resistance. The value of resistance is given as 400. Value of capacitor is given as 40 microfarad. Then before closing the switch, capacitor is charged to 100 volts. So that these three things we are knowing with as an initial conditions. Okay, and we are interested to find out the value of current and charge at 10 milliseconds. Okay, so let us see. We'll form the equation. So d upon dt of V, this voltage, dV upon dt will be equal to function of time and voltage, which is equal to minus V by RC. Okay, minus V by RC. This is the time constant, 1 upon RC. So it is V by RC. Okay, so it is minus V by RC. So function by putting the values of R and C, R is known to us, which is 400 ohm. C is known to us, 40 microfarad. So in place of R and C, I have placed the values 400 and 40 micro. Micro is 10 raised to minus 6. Okay. So we have the value of function as minus 62.5. There is some mistake. I think it is 6250 volts. So there is some mistake because this is 10 raised to minus 6. So it will be 10 raised to 6. So it is 6250 volt. Okay. So this is the function. Okay, by putting the value of R, C and V at t equal to 0. Now we have to find out the H. So here let us take H as 0.005 step size. Okay, so we have to find out the value of current at time equal, t equal to 10 microseconds. So we are considering step size as 5 microseconds. So we have to follow two equations. Okay, so H equal to 0.005, T0 equal to 0 and V0 equal to 100. That we are familiar with. With the first iteration, we will find out V1 and then V2 and so on. So here we are going to take only two iterations because we are interested to find it out at 10 milliseconds and this is 5 milliseconds. Okay. So T1 will be what? T0 plus H. H is 0.005. Okay. So we have to have two iterations. Now we'll find out K1, K2, K3, K4. So the formula for K1, K2, K3, K4 are known to us from Runge-Kutta method, fourth order Runge-Kutta method. So T1 is T0 plus H. So T0 we are knowing with, which is 0.005. Okay, that is T1. K1 is function of T0 V0. So just now we have calculated the function T0 V0. Okay, V0 we are knowing with, and T0 also we are knowing with. Okay, and we put the value of RC and V. So we have got 6250 volts. Okay, so it is minus 6250. Okay, this is minus 6250 is our K1. K2 you have to find out again minus V upon RC, wherein you have to put the value of consider the time as T0 plus H by 2 and voltage as V0 plus HK1 upon 2. So K1 you are knowing with, H you are knowing with. So you can find out corresponding value of T and V and you can put the values here V upon RC. Okay. So T is not required actually because here it is first iteration. So your T0 is 0.005. Okay, you don't have to put it in the what function, because function contains only small VRC. But your V changes, therefore you have to put the value of V here. R value, C value is same. Only V is updated every time. Okay. So once K1 is calculated, you have to put K1 here. Okay. To update the value of V, and that V will come here to calculate the function. So if you calculate minus V upon RC for this value of new value of V in K2, okay, then function value comes as minus 5273. You can do it on calc, so it's very simple. Okay. Similarly, you have to find out K3. You have to update the value of K2 here. So you will get a new value. So this is K3. Then K3 you have to place here in K4 and you will get K4. Okay. Once you have all the values of K1, K2, K3, K4, you can put it in this formula, which is V0 plus H upon 6 in bracket K1 plus 2, K2 plus 2, K3 plus K4. You have K1, K2, K3, K4. We know H 0.005. We know V0 100. So we'll substitute all the values and you will get V1 as 73.164. So this was iteration 1. We have to calculate 2 iterations. So we'll go for iteration 2. Now here time is 0.005. In the first iteration it was 0. Now V1 we have updated. There it was V0 as 100 volt. Now it is 73.164. It means that after 0.005 seconds or 5 milliseconds, the capacitor has been discharged from 100 to 73.164 volts. Okay. So in second iteration, the voltage across the capacitor will be 73.164. Okay. Step size is same. T2 will be 1. So we are interested to find out at 1 millisecond. Okay. So again we will calculate K1, K2, K3, K4. So K1 is function of T1, V1. So you have to here place the value of 0.005 and V1 you have to update 73.164. So it is V upon RC minus V upon RC. So V will be 73.164 in this iteration. R and C will remain same. 400 ohms and uh, how much microfarad? 40 microfarad and 400 ohms. So R and C will be same. So you can calculate K1. Okay. Once you calculate K1, you have to put the value of K1 here. You will get K2. K2 you have to put here. Again find out the function. You will get K3. Put the value of K3. Find out the function. You will get K4. Okay. Put all the values of K1, K2, K3, K4, and here now it is not V1, it is not V0, it is V1 because it is iteration number 2. We are finding out V2. So you will get V2. So at 10 millisecond we are getting V2 as 53.529 volts. So these are the required values of voltage and time. Okay. So we are interested to find out now current. So current will be VC upon R from the, that is VC, whatever is the voltage upon this resistance, we can find out the current. And current is asked, current and charge is asked, right? So current will be voltage upon resistance. So voltage just now we have calculated after 10 milliseconds. It is 53.529 upon R is 400. So the current is 0.1338 ampere. Okay. And we'll find out the charge on the capacitor, which is C into VC. Okay. Capacitor is 40 microfarad. So 40 into 10 raised to minus 6 into voltage across the capacitor. After 10 milliseconds, we have found it out, which is 53.52. So we'll multiply it by it. So it is 0.00214 coulomb. So these are the required answers. So this is by manual solution. Now we'll move to the Python code so that we'll program it. Okay. Yeah. See here, this is a comment section just to understand what we are solving. So here I have put the same equation, only instead of R I am putting directly as 400 and C I am putting the 40 microfarad. It is for understanding of the programming. Okay. So our equation becomes minus 62.5 u if we substitute all these values. Okay. Now we have defined a function. The function name we have given dvdt, which is dv upon dt. So for our understanding, we have given the name dvdt. You can give any name. And passing variables are t0 and v. So we have to pass the corresponding value of voltage and time to calculate the function. Now what is our function here? By putting the values of R and C, it becomes minus 62.5 V. So I am returning minus 62.5 into V. So this is the main function which we are calculating every time. Okay. Now moving further, we have defined one more function Range Putta, okay, wherein we will calculate K1, K2, K3, K4 and updated value of V in every iteration. So we are calculating n number of iterations, n equal to int integer, because it will be 1, 2, 3 like that. So we have taken integer. So n equal to int in bracket t minus t0. So t in our case is how much? 10 milliseconds. Okay. So it is 10 minus 5 millisecond initial. Okay. 10 minus 5 upon h into 1000. Okay. So we are knowing with the h. So we can calculate n. So n here will come as 2. Okay. So we have to perform only 2 iterations. Now v equal to v0. Initial value of voltage is nothing but the v, which is 100 volt in our case. So for I in the range 1 to n plus 1. Okay. So 1 and 2, only 2 iterations will perform here. So we'll calculate K1, K2, K3, K4. So K1 is nothing but the function with the corresponding value of the voltage of 100 volt. So here we will place only 100. So it will be 6250. Just now we have seen manually. Okay, so it is minus 6250 volt. So that will be your K1. Now K1 value will update here. So only I have written the formula, which is T0 plus zero point 0.5 into H, V plus zero point 0.5 into K1 into H. So this is as per the formulas that we have studied when solving the numerical manually. So same formulas I have updated here. Okay. So it will calculate K1, K2, K3, K4 for I equal to 1 for the first iteration. Moving further, we'll calculate the updated value of the function, which is y. It means voltage in our case. So new value of voltage will be equal to old value of voltage. So initial V0 or V0 or V1 that we are saying. For the first iteration it will be V0, for the second iteration it will be V1. So here it will be V plus H into 1 by 6 into K1 plus 2, K2 plus 2, K3 plus K4. So this is the standard formula which you have applied. Okay, so it will calculate V. Okay, so this is for the first iteration. We'll update T0 equal to T0 plus H. We can print the values of K1, K2, K3, K4 and will return the value V. So whenever function is called, all these steps will be performed. So here I am saying driver method wherein we can pass the values here for initial value of time, corresponding value of voltage, new value of the time at which we are interested to find out the current, H step size, value of R and value of C. Okay. Here I am passing it, otherwise you can take it from the user also. So I have made provision to ask it to the user initial value of the time, okay, then voltage, then current is to be calculated, what is that time, then step size, I am asking resistance and I am asking capacitance also. So all these values I am putting in the program. So you can take this value. This is for your reference only. I am taking this value so that while running the program, we don't have to go to the manual method and we can directly take the data from here as an input. Okay. And I am printing at final iteration. Okay. For both the uh, for both the iterations, it will calculate K1, K2, K3, K4. And final iteration, we are printing the value of voltage. Okay. So here, Range Kutta T0, V, T, and H. Okay. So we are finally calling the function here. Okay, Range Kutta is a function. So I am calling it here. So these values will be passed. It will execute all this. It will calculate this. It will print the value of K1, K2, K3, K4. And will print the value of finally, we are interested to find out the current and the voltage. Okay. So this is our main program in which we are calling this function Rangyakutta. So it will calculate the current as V2 upon R and it will calculate the charge as CV, C into V2. So these are the final values of the current and charge that we are printing here. Okay. That's it. So if we run the program and put all these values, I have already run the program. So I put all these values. So you will get these answers. So current is 0.133 and charge is 0.0021. See, we have solved it manually. Current is 0.133 ampere and charge is 0.0021. So here we can say that the program is running correctly and we are getting the results. So now you can try it on a Colab or any software for a Python. You can use any app or you can use Python and you will get the same result. If you get the same results, you can say your program is right. Okay. So if you have any doubts, you can comment me. So we'll stop here. Thank you for watching.